Hi guys, this is Vidas and welcome to another session, another training of Learn with Vidas tutorial series. Today we're going to finish 4-part series in learning to improvise a suite based on ostinato techniques, and the hymn tune will be HERZLIEBSTER JESU chorale, especially suited for Lent. So I've done a tutorial on improvising postlude and communion and offertory, and today will be about the prelude, and everything will be based on ostinato technique. So if you're looking forward to trying out your skills in improvisation based on ostinato skills on this particular tune, this tutorial will be for you. If you have other tunes to work on, of course, this tutorial will help you to adapt those tunes to this technique and also create preludes of your own also. It's just the technique in ostinato that we will be working on. So welcome, Dawn, and I'm also looking forward to seeing what you create in the video, maybe next time. And anybody else who is joining us live, feel free to say hi in the live chat. I really appreciate your input. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I will look at the chat live. And now let's take a look at the sample set Goch St. Maria Magdalena Seifert organ in Pfarrkirche St. Maria Magdalena from 2015 and sampled by Sweelinq software. And this will be interesting to explore the sound. All right, but first let me remind you how this tune sounds, and let me play for you a hymn tune, HERZLIEBSTER JESU, based on the first, so to say, verse. Okay, we need some kind of loud registration, maybe like this. So let me play a verse for you to remind how it goes. Here we go. All right, this is a really lovely tune in G minor. But now let's take a look at the registration for our tutorial, okay, for our prelude. And we'll need a soft registration to start with flutes, okay, like this maybe. Re C, maybe a flute, chord nuit, and the strings, of course, and maybe flute harmonic on the solo. Right, with violoncello. and 16 and 8. A little too much. Like this. Mysterious sound. All right. Hello, hello, Zubritsky from Brazil. Nice to meet you. So, we will be improvising, and hopefully you can improvise with me if you're trying it out on your organ, or if you want to do it later, you can reverse this tutorial and follow these procedures. All right, so the form will be also in ostinato that we've been creating before, but now it will be a little bit more advanced, okay, because we had a few other tutorials on this, so I think you are more confident by now. We will have a few episodes which will alternate, basically. One will be ostinato episode at the beginning, and then we'll have a phrase of the chorale, then another ostinato episode, and so on, alternating with the ostinato and the chorale. But we could actually insert something entirely different, contrasting with both ostinato and the chorale episode. Like 3 thematic ideas: ostinato, chorale, plus something different, right? That something different will be some flute sounds in 16-note motion, very delicate sounds, I can promise you. But this idea will expand our prelude a little bit, and I think it will fill 2 to 3 minutes, just enough for any prelude before this church service, okay? So, now let's talk about the ostinato, right? A recurring melodic, harmonic, and rhythmic idea, which will serve to connect chorale phrases and expand our hymn, right? The hymn prelude. You could come up with this idea on your own, or you could look at the hymn tune and actually borrow one phrase, let's say, of that particular melodic idea, and this will be your ostinato. I haven't done this yet with Learn with Vidas series before, neither in offertory or communion or postlude, so this will be a little new. But let's take a look at the keyboard view. This will actually show you what I mean. Let me play the tune for you again, maybe a little louder on clarinet. Phrase 1, phrase 2, phrase 3, and phrase 4. I think this is good to take the last phrase, because it will actually connect the last phrase of the hymn tune at the end of the prelude with the ostinato, and help us to finish the prelude itself. If we take the final phrase as the first phrase of the ostinato, it's like introduction of the hymn tune, right? We often take not the first phrase, but the last phrase, so that congregation would know where to start afterwards, right? It's the same here. The idea is this. This D, C, B flat, A, and G, right? Can you follow me along? So, and we will now color it with this registration, and that will be very interesting to actually explore. Any number of 4-note chords would work, or this way. Let me show you the keyboard. Would be actually slower. Twice as slow, right? Than the hymn. By the way, what kind of chord I'm using in parallel motion? It's actually this chord, or 3 chord, but I'm actually expanding the chord between 2 hands. So the first interval is perfect 5th, and the second interval in the left hand is perfect 4th. It's a major or minor 3rd between the hands, and that's how you can create this beautiful parallel motion. You can play entire scale back and forth. Legato or staccato. If you use this, we have 4/2 chord actually. Maybe even better. 2/4, right? Perfect 4th, perfect 4th. A 3rd between the hands. Maybe even better. Like this. I could play in the pedals G. Yeah, and it already sounds very beautiful. That could be our final phrase actually, and the first phrase as well, right? So it could be like our ostinato motive, which we will repeat a bit before and between chorale phrases, between hymn phrases, like this. Right. Very nice. I like it. I like the sound. So we have our ostinato set up. Now let's take a look what comes next. Obviously, we could have the hymn tune itself, right? In the left hand or right hand or even pedals, let me propose to you an interesting texture. An interesting texture where I play, for example, a dissonant for 3 chord in the left hand part on the swell, right? With strings. And I could play the hymn tune both in the right hand part and pedals, like this, over to 3 octaves. How do you like it? Mysterious sound. And left hand always plays 3 chords. This in itself is a nice prelude, but wait for it, I will actually expand it. But I just showed you what's possible with this texture. So basically, to learn this, you need to play right hand and pedals together, repeatedly. Very low and very high. And the left hand plays always on the swell for 3 chords, like this, up and down, like a scale. All right, this in itself is a beautiful sound on this organ in Goch, right? It has many beautiful strings with this registration. You can copy this registration in. If you only have 2 manual instruments, you don't have to have a third one, right? You could have the sound for accompaniment with strings, as you can see on the swell. Viola de gambe, voix celeste, and perhaps to reinforce this, corde nuit. And then on the grand orgue, let's say you could have a flute and a salitional or undamaris or something like that, is to reinforce this flute, because one flute may not be wide enough. Yeah, you have to have like a double flute. But that would be very nice. Flute à cheminée is like a roar flute, chimney flute, right? So, like this. So I could play actually on the pedals and right hand on the first manual as well. Like this. Excellent. So we have now two elements, right? We have ostinato figure. Here we go. The last phrase of the chorale harmonize in parallel for two chords. It's actually nice on the hands. And you can actually play with the pedals G. Very mysterious sound, beautiful. We have a second idea, which is our hymn tune, like this. Okay, and next we need to have a third idea, and the third idea will have a different, like a contrasting theme. We haven't had something faster moving 16 notes yet, but this will be very interesting to explore in the right hand part. For example, any number of these figurations could work, but it depends on your organ. You like it? This is 3-note mode, which I will show you in a moment. Oops. I suddenly played B natural, and now we have a different mode. With E flat but B natural. So I made a mistake, but what is actually happening here, that it's a different mode. So what is this? Melodic major, like G major, but 6th lowered and 7th lowered scale degree, E flat and F natural. Right, so it's a mistake, but actually if you develop this mistake, it's no longer a mistake. It is part of the composition or improvisation. So feel free to use your mistakes as inspiration, as the catapult you into a different musical ideas and musical colors as well. Feel free. For example, if you make a mistake changing the stop and insert some reed, don't get frightened, don't panic, right? And don't turn it off right away, because then your listeners will, for example, surely will notice that it's a mistake, right? Because you turn it off turned it off very quickly. But if you start playing with this idea, right? Oh, how. And then you can return to G minor, 2 flats. Yeah. Carry on playing. Yeah, like Sean says. Hello, Sean. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you are in the chat. You've been in the chat for a while. I didn't notice you. Good. So basically, those 3 ideas, and I actually like the clarinet by the way, because it contrasts. Because the solo third manual will have a flute most of the time, right? 2 flutes could actually work, 8 and 4. These 2 flutes, 8 and 4. But it's enough to have 8 and 8. Flute, harmonique and violoncella. And left hand will feature, of course, the strings. And the right hand part, the grand org, could work very well for the tune. So, yeah, I like it. Hymn tune could be played on the grand org with clarinet, for example, together with the bass, with the pedals, like this. Like this. Do you like it? Yeah, some kind of soft reed would work if you have it on the grand org, on the Hauptwerk, let's say. Clarinet, Krummhorn, if it's a German version, that would work as well. But if you don't, it could work without the reed. Just these flutes and salitional, for example. Or what about the Montre itself? Like this. So the principle also sounds nice. I like it. But for our probably reason, we could have to choose clarinet and flute à cheminée. That would be enough. Like this. All right. right, so now I think we are ready to explore the third musical idea, which I introduced to you briefly on this manual or on this manual, depending on your setup, right? Let me show you the keyboard view and what I mean. All right. Now we have to find three-note idea, three-note motive. C, D, E flat. In two flats, right? It will work. But if the third note is a little further apart like this, it's even better. Like this. What about even further apart? C, D, and G. Perfect fourth. Okay, what about perfect fifth? The two lowest notes are always major or minor second, right? But then perfect fifth, perfect fifth, perfect fifth, perfect fifth. What about perfect minor or major six? Like this. But this is a little more difficult because now you have to have wide span between the two notes. I don't recommend it. It's nice, but it's more advanced. I think the further it has to be fitting between your fingers, right? Your hand position. If you have a wider reach, overall a six, major or minor six could work. Like this. Actually, play it like an chord. Sequence of chords. Right? But of course, even narrower interval like this. Perfect fourth between two upper notes, it's even better. An idea, what if we had the same number of notes, but the first interval would be wide, perfect fourth, and then major or minor second, like this. It's less convenient to play, but could be a possibility. Right, I think my preference is the other way, this way. Two closer notes on the bottom. It fits the hand better. And of course, we have to understand that even though our fragment is of 3 notes, right? We have to play them evenly as 16-note group. And in 16 notes there are 4 notes running. Tan 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 tan, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3. This could be our second ostinato, right? Now we have 2 ostinatos. The first one is based on the last phrase of the chorale. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, we don't need the clarinet for this. Then clarinet enters later. Oh, that's tricky. In order not to confuse you, not to confuse the registration, let me propose just a substitute, like a monter. Like a principal. It would be actually easier this way. I like it better. Right. So now we can actually start expanding this idea into a prelude on HERZLIEBSTER JESU, right? Let me talk it through, okay? I will play for you the first musical idea, and then the hymn tune, then the second musical idea, then the first musical idea, second tune phrase, and so on. You will see what I mean. Okay. Let's call the first musical idea A. The second musical idea, the hymn tune itself, which will be B, and the fast running notes, musical idea C. A, B, and C. 3 themes, okay? And all of them will have, each of them will have different registration colors. They will be a little more contrasting, so to say. Okay, so let me play it for you a little bit and you will see what I mean. And in order to learn it, you have to learn each musical idea A, B, and C separately, correct? And then combine them in your longer prelude. So here we go. First A. Now B. Now A again. In the bass, it's B flat. C. B. C. A. C. And A. What do you think? Would this work? Don is asking, are the chords on the grade in fourths? Yes, yes, yes. Let me show you. Perfect fourth in the right hand part, perfect fourth in the left hand part, but major or minor third between the hands. Let me do a little differently now. Same style, same probably techniques and textures and form, but I kind of like the clarinet a little bit more. Right? For the B section. So I will try to add clarinet. Instead of monter, I will be using this registration opening for B section. Salitional and flute cheminée. And then for the chorale I will add clarinet. Like this. Okay, I will probably now stop talking and we'll see if everything goes well now and you will hear interesting sounds with the clarinet. Okay, so let's recap for now. Idea A is the ostinato based on the last phrase of the chorale. Idea B is with the clarinet and the pedals playing the tune in octave over 3 octaves. The tune. Right? Then switching back. Now idea C is this fast running solo manual, right? On the flutes, and they alternate between ostinato A and ostinato C, and the B section is always the hymn tune. All right, so let's try it out. Hopefully you will enjoy it with the clarinet. Here we go. So I think that was quite interesting way of treating the tune itself. HERZLIEBSTER JESU, especially suited for the Holy Week or Lent in general. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, feel free to practice, of course, on your own. If you are playing with other tunes, you can adapt the melody to the harmonies and to the keys that of your hymn tune. Let's say it's in F major, so entire color could be with one flat, or in D major could be with two sharps. But if you want, you can change in the middle the color as well, just like I did in the trial run with the melodic majors. Suddenly it would work as well, right? So that really gives you an idea what you could do with three musical ideas, not just one, not just two alternating A, B, A, B, A, B, but now you have A, B, and C. So you can do A, B, C, B, A, C, A, B, C, A, C, B, and so on. Basically mixing and matching those three themes, and you don't need to always do A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. It's too predictable. And if you mix the order a little bit, then actually it's more interesting and more surprising, right? So that is my advice, and hopefully you can create your own suite based on those four last tutorials that we've been talking about with ostinato techniques. If you want to play entire suite that I have transcribed and actually developed even further into four movements, you can check it out my HERZLIEBSTER JESU suite. I will later add to the stream the score, the link to the score, but it's on my Sheet Music Plus page, of course, as one of the new scores available. You can actually just search for it. So thank you so much for your support, for your donations, for your super chat, for virtual tickets, memberships. Everything is really appreciated, and keep learning. And of course, we will see you again in the next video or tutorial very soon. Live stream on Friday. I will try to live stream it on Friday, but on Saturday, Ocean and I have Bach's birthday recital at Vilnius University St. John's Church, and I will not be playing the same program though, but we'll see what kind of pieces I can come up with. I'll try not to miss the Friday's live stream on the bench with Vidas, but the next week, next Sunday, it's actually we'll have to skip that, and probably for 2 weeks in a row the tutorial. So I will leave you because I'm going to Australia, educational organ trip, and hopefully you can practice without me. Those you have enough musical ideas to work with for the couple of weeks that are approaching, hopefully. And I will see you again, of course, in the meantime with simple videos published every day, and on Friday on the bench with Vidas. So thank you so much again for your attention, everyone in the chat. It has been very nice to you, talking to you. And remember, when you practice, miracles happen.